Hey, it's Erica. Do it anyway. That has been the sentence that I have had to say to myself internally, externally, surround myself with over the last months. It is do it anyway. Do it anyway. So whether you feel like doing whatever it is that you've got to do in your life to succeed, to move the needle, to make it through this, to get to a better place, to pivot in the middle of what feels like chaos or uncertainty, whatever it is that you've got to do to get yourself to move to the next level, you have to have a do it anyway attitude, because so many of us don't feel like doing the things that are uncomfortable for us right now, and everything is uncomfortable. The problem is normally in life, so maybe let's see, if we're normally operating in our status quo, maybe we have the job that's like, okay, we're okay with our life. We'd like to up level it. We'd like to make more money. We'd like to have better health. We'd like to get into a better place. But generally speaking, the rest of our life is comfortable enough to just say, well, I'll start that later. I'll start that at a different time, to be able to put it off to someday or tomorrow. Because basically we want that. Procrastination is our way of, coping with feeling really uncertain about something, feeling like, oh no, what if I fail? What if I don't do that good at it? What if it's just, frankly, bottom line, what if it's just very uncomfortable and I hate being uncomfortable? That's usually how us as human beings generally operate. I mean, can you blame us for not wanting to be uncomfortable, right? But the only problem with that is right now, everything's kind of uncomfortable, right? Everything's kind of flipped on its ear. And so there's all of these new things and new ways of feeling and living and doing life right now. There's tons of uncertainty, right? It doesn't have to be all negative by any stretch, but it's tempting to feel like it is if if you're heavy into, like if you've been inundated heavily with friends, family, media, there's a lot of different perspectives, like the world's just completely falling apart, or there's lots of new things that are going to happen from this and we're all going to get through it. There's lots of different viewpoints, but whatever side of the fence you're on, wherever you're standing in this, generally speaking, we are all the most uncomfortable we've probably ever been in a long time, right? Except for the people that really, really were able to take action through this and had already set themselves up, and even they are feeling uncomfortable because they're having to do a lot of new things as well. So right now, when we feel uncomfortable, we don't feel like doing a lot of the things that we need to do to be able to move the needle forward. So I want to encourage you, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are considering being an entrepreneur, if you're trying to get your great work out into the world, whether that's a book or a course or a brick and mortar type of business, whatever your idea is, whether you're in the middle of it or you're just getting started, you've got to just do it anyway. You have to take on that attitude. That's because that has been the number one thing that's been getting me through so much of what I've been doing. It is a do it anyway, because the truth is I don't feel like doing 9 out of the 10 things I might need to do every hour. And I mean, really honestly, I might not feel like doing 10 out of the 10 things I've got to do. And so this is a true do it anyway. And those of us that are willing to do whatever we need to do right now to move the needle forward in our life and to be able to see the opportunities or be open to seeing opportunities and take action in those opportunities, no matter how uncomfortable we feel, no matter how demotivated or freaked out we might feel. This is this quintessential moment in this century, really, for being able to harness this crazy big power of change and move it into our favor. And so there is some really great things that can and are happening for a lot of people, even though it sounds so out there. I happen to be a part of so many groups that I'm seeing it on a daily basis. So it does depend on who you're plugged into, who you're connected to. I've got some really great mentors. Having people in your life that can see all of the good and not just the frou-frou, rah-rah, rainbows and fairies good. I mean, legitimate good. There is some legitimate great things that are opening up for a lot of us. And when you ride that out and you do what it takes to get through the other side, you will end up better than you've ever been. That's what's happening in my life. That's what's happening in a lot of people's lives. And I just want to encourage you that if you do whatever you need to do anyway, that you are absolutely 100% going to succeed. So in advance, I want to say well done, and let's do it anyway together. All right, have a great day.